Imagine your perfect, wholesome, healthy meal. What does it look like? I know what mine is. It's my mum's perfectly stewed pork, steamed veg with brown rice. 1 carb, 1 veg, 1 protein. How often do you get to eat like this? When was the last time it happened? And more importantly, why aren't we eating like this now? Well, lives are busy. We're overwhelmed with priorities. Career comes first, but so does family. No, everyone needs a social life, a hobby. And don't forget, you're judging the imagined cup. There's just so much going on, competing for what comes first. That's why we're not eating healthy now. That's why we can't eat healthy every night. It shouldn't be like this, and it doesn't have to.
There are thousands of talented people in our communities who are passionate about cooking healthy, wholesome food. But in an industry where more than 60% of all new food businesses fail in their first year, these talented people just can't reach us. The industry is suffocated by high costs of rent, convoluted compliance procedures, and mass-produced food. And there's just no room for the little guys who pour their souls into their cooking.
So we thought, what if we made healthy food available every day to everyone?
What if we helped amazing chefs realize their dreams and serve amazing food to their communities?
That's why we created Clove, an online platform that connects home chefs to consumers in order to deliver healthy homemade food at takeaway convenience. And here's how it works. So as a Clove consumer, I, Hayley, get 3 options every night set to my preferences. I've set Clove to only show me seafood options. That shrimp linguine looks good, so I want to check it out a bit more. I can see who made it and the ingredients used. It looks pretty healthy, and Dewey has good ratings from past users, so I'm going to go ahead and order. Just before I pay, I get a summary of all my orders. With Clove, all the healthy food I want is a fingertip away. The transactions are seamlessly and securely handled through Stripe, so all I have to do is grab my meal.
I'm Dewey. Now imagine this. I'm a home chef that sells food on Clove. Right now, I'm uploading my signature shrimp linguine onto the platform. Clove lets me choose the days on which I'd like to offer my meals, giving me maximum control over when and how I want to operate. After I've specified the ingredients and the cooking method of my shrimp linguine, Clove checks my dish against our nutritionist-approved health algorithm, which considers saturated fat, calories, sugar, and sodium. At any time, I can view all of the orders that I've received on my orders page. This lets me plan my cooking well in advance and eliminate any food wastage. Finally, Clove makes my life as a chef so much easier by simplifying my transaction and administrative processes. So you might be wondering, is this legal? Well, yes. We've started in New Zealand, where recent changes to our food laws have allowed chefs to sell food from their own home kitchens. But it's not just in New Zealand. In the US, home chefs are already selling food to their neighbours in all these states. In other parts of the world like Australia, China and the UK, it's also possible to sell homemade food. And we're so excited to see what Clove can do for food all over the world. Now, how are we going to make sure that the food on our platform is safe and healthy? Well, each chef will be vetted by a Clove representative for compliance when they sign up to our platform. This, in addition to a ratings system that will keep chefs accountable for the quality of their own cooking, allows us to ensure the same minimum standard of quality and safety that you get when you go to a restaurant. No player in the food services industry has even come close to achieving mass market adoption. Why is that? Let's look at the 2 most prominent models on the global market right now. We have companies like Blue Apron, which deliver fresh groceries to your house so you can cook with fresh and healthy ingredients. But many consumers just don't have the time or the skills needed to cook. With Clove, consumers won't even need to cook. They simply order a meal and pick it up at a convenient time. And then we have companies like Munchery, who employ teams of chefs to cook and then deliver meals to their customers. But companies like this are severely restrained by the number of chefs they have and are slow to grow into other markets. Clove, on the other hand, doesn't own or control any of our chefs, and as a result, we're able to scale rapidly into any community, as long as there's a kitchen. No other company captures the aspirations of the home chef like Clove does. Passionate chefs need more than just a platform to sell food. They aspire to run food businesses and they need support to help them get there. Clove offers transaction support, access to packaging and produce suppliers, as well as assistance in navigating their local food regulations. What's best, Clove even provides them with a direct channel to high-value customers. Clove is more than just a platform that helps chefs sell food. We are a pipeline that transforms them into businesses.
And here's how we're doing it. We've started in Auckland CBD because this high-density area is where our early adopters, young professionals, and high-income families work long hours in stressful jobs, so Clove is perfect for them. To validate our model, we ran an initial pilot with home chef Ryan Fong circulating a Clove menu across city businesses. We delivered the meals straight to their offices. Our target was 20 meals. In just 1 week, we had processed 42 orders. This grew to 106 meals in our second pilot. We wanted consumers to be using Clove on a regular basis, so we gave them different prices and more options. 50% of consumers became repeat users. The response was overwhelmingly positive for both consumers and home chefs. Over 90% of consumers said they'd use Clove again, and all our home chefs saw immense value in Clove. Moving on to stage 2, we'll be accelerating growth in 3 ways. We'll start by directly marketing to CBD businesses, because from just capturing one, Clove in turn directly reaches hundreds of their employees. The 5 businesses we captured in our pilot enabled us to reach over 10,000 consumers already. But we're not stopping there. We're currently in discussion with the Wynyard Innovation Neighbourhood, which comprises of 7 of New Zealand's largest companies that make up 14% of our GDP. They're interested in a partnership with Clove so that our healthy meals can be made available to their employees on a regular basis. This means Clove can potentially reach over 60,000 consumers. Secondly, our partnerships are the pathway to growth. Partnerships with transport companies, for example, enable Clove to deliver directly to consumers. Our catapults are the last piece to incentivize more users onto the platform. We'll offer discounts, host events such as a Soup Kitchen Clove banquet, as well as invite celebrity chefs on board to make one-off Clove meals, generating frenzy for the app. We're planning on going global in 2 ways. Firstly, we'll co-grow through our partnering companies. This includes payment provider Stripe and software supplier Microsoft. Secondly, our domestic connections provide the ideal global launchpad. For example, the Wynyard Innovation Companies have offices in over 15 countries, so we can use our domestic connections to better compete overseas.
To make it all happen, we built our app using Ionic, and thanks to BizSpark, we can easily authenticate users, capture, manage, and store our data using services provided by Microsoft Azure. Since our solution is a hybrid app, we can efficiently release Clove to all 3 major platforms at once, massively reducing our development time and cost. Clove makes money through a 10% commission we charge for each meal. This percentage was validated through our market research. Our costs primarily comprise of user acquisition, talent hire, and operations costs. Taking both aspects into account, Clove is projected to break even in early 2018.
So in just 12 weeks, Clove has gone from concept to running 2 pilots with 2 home chefs, filling a database with 85 loyal consumers with the propensity to capture 60,000 more. That's just the beginning. With our $5,000 prize money, we're securing the Auckland CBD. With $50,000, this enables us to go Auckland-wide in stage 3, taking Clove global in 2018. In the long term, Clove has the potential to become an entire value chain, connecting packaging companies and grocers to home chefs and consumers, enabling an entire food ecosystem. The growth potentials for Clove and complementary businesses are just endless. Think about how and where you eat as a consumer now. How would you start a food business? Clove's true innovation is revolution. We've solved all our consumers' need, exploded into the market, and forever changed the way we interact with food. The future is Clove, because we've made healthy eating the easiest option for everyone.